In this segment, we'll discuss the forensic lookback capabilities of the service in greater detail. Recently, we handled an event for a customer who needed to investigate a reported stoppage of IPS logging on the 23rd of the month. They needed to know if someone configured the firewall traffic to go around the IPS, and if so, when did the change occur, and who was the person responsible for making that change. So we'll run a manual query to determine what happened and who executed the change. The customer has a Cisco firewall with an IPS module. This is a software module that is part of the firewall's firmware, and normally traffic is configured to flow through the IPS for inspection. Traffic can, however, be forced to bypass IPS inspection if the firewall is configured to do so. The command to take an IPS offline in this particular firewall is this command: no IPS inline. So in this case, to save time, we can simply look for any command that contains the string value IPS inline. So now let's go to our query. We want to see raw messages since we're looking for the actual commands issued to the firewall. We'll choose a time range of midnight, January 23rd, and search for 24 hours. So we'll select midnight of January 24th. This date range selection is quite flexible. We want to see who the user was, so we'll change the query display column to user. And we'll remove the last column since we don't really need it. Next, we want to search for commands that are used to change the firewall configuration. So we'll look under Event Types, and we'll find the commands that are used for this particular firewall model. We know it's an ASA command, so we can use the Event Type Search to locate the command that we need. Here's the command that we want. The user executed a command that modified the config. So now the filter is looking for a text string that contains IPS inline in the raw event log data, and where the event type is related to a firewall configuration change. Now we'll execute the query. Here are the results of the query. We'll look at the raw logs to see what's going on. It looks like at 8:33 a.m. on January 23rd, the user indicated took the IPS offline. Then at 11:32 a.m., that same user then forced the traffic to flow again through IPS. Then at 11:56 a.m., the user took the IPS system offline once again. So now we'll export the results to a PDF file so that we can provide the results of the query to the customer. We'll enter some notes about the report, choose the format, and then generate the report. We'll open the report to make sure that it contains what we want to see, then email it to the customer using a secure mechanism. In looking at the report, we can see the event log details showing the actions taken by the user, including the commands issued and the raw event log details.